Before runways ruled the world, these metal giants conquered the oceans. Built in secret, flown in storms, and feared by empires, 12 seaplanes that proved the sky could belong to the sea. Number 12 takes flight from Russia, rising like a twin-engine phoenix built to master both fire and sea. The Beriev B-200 Altair stretches 105 feet long, with a wingspan of 107 feet, crafted for missions where runways end and oceans begin. Designed for firefighting, maritime patrol, and search and rescue, it can scoop 12 tons of water in seconds, or carry 72 passengers across wide coastal zones. Its twin Progress D436TP jet engines are mounted high above the wings to shield them from seawater spray, giving it unmatched reliability over rough terrain. With a maximum takeoff weight of 90,390 pounds and a unit cost of $50 million, this amphibious jet proves that modern engineering still rules the waves. Operated in nations like Russia, Italy, and Indonesia, it thrives in conditions that would ground lesser aircraft. The B-200 is not just a tool but a guardian of coastlines, born to fight fire and chaos in equal measure. But the next seaplane didn't just patrol the oceans, it carried the world's elite across them in floating luxury. Number 11 emerges from the skies of the United States as the ocean's first true airliner, a flying palace known as the Boeing 314 Clipper. Measuring 106 feet long with a wingspan of 150 feet, it embodied the golden age of flight when speed met elegance. Built in 1941 with a maximum weight of 84,000 pounds and a price tag of $800,000, it ferried 74 passengers in unmatched luxury, complete with lounges, dining rooms, and sleeping cabins. Operated by Pan American Airways, it linked continents before airports spanned the oceans, cruising nearly 3,500 miles without refueling. When war came, these giants turned into military transports, carrying generals, diplomats, and mail across the Atlantic and Pacific. With its long nose and towering tail, it symbolized an America daring to dream across oceans. Its majestic wings marked a time when flight felt like sailing through the clouds. But Japan would soon answer the call of the sea with a machine built not for comfort, but survival. Number 10 roars out of Japan, designed not to carry luxury but to rescue lives where no one else dares to go. The Shinmaiwa US-2 stretches 109 feet long with a wingspan of 108 feet, powered by 4 Rolls-Royce AE2000, 100 engines that dominate the roaring Pacific skies. Built for the Japan Maritime Self-Defense Force at a cost of $113 million, it can perform short takeoffs and landings, even on waves reaching 10 feet high. Its boundary layer control system allows precision flight, giving it the rare ability to land on storm-tossed seas to save down pilots and stranded sailors. With a maximum takeoff weight of 105,160 pounds, it carries vital medical supplies and rescue teams across vast distances. This amphibious hero operates in one of the world's most unforgiving regions, standing as a symbol of Japan's technological excellence and humanitarian reach. Yet as advanced as it is, Britain once built a seaplane so large it seemed to defy the very concept of the sky itself. Number 9 rises from the United Kingdom's wartime skies as a monument of ambition, the Short Shetland, the largest British flying boat ever created. Built near the end of World War II, it measured 110 feet in length, with a wingspan of 150 feet and a towering height of 37 feet. Weighing 125,000 pounds at maximum takeoff, it was powered by 4 mighty Bristol Centaurus radial engines designed for long-range maritime patrol and anti-submarine missions. Costing about $1.2 million in 1946, it carried a heavy defensive armament and an advanced radar system for its era. The Shetland was a fortress on water, capable of spanning oceans to protect Allied convoys from hidden threats below. Though it arrived too late for large-scale combat, it marked the final evolution of Britain's flying boat legacy. In its shadow, future designs would trade military might for even greater size and endurance. Because the next giant wasn't just powerful, it was colossal. Number 8 rises from the Pacific horizon as an American leviathan of the skies, the Martin JRM Mars. Built by the United States at the height of World War II, it stretched 117 feet in length, with a wingspan of 200 feet and a towering height of 38 feet. Weighing 165,000 pounds at full load, it carried 133 troops, or 32 tons of cargo, across the ocean with ease. Originally crafted for long-range transport, it became a legend as a firefighting giant, dropping more than 7,200 gallons of water in a single run. Priced at $1.5 million in 1945, it proved the Navy's commitment to pushing size beyond limits. Even decades later, the Hawaii Mars still soars as one of the world's largest flying water bombers. Its legacy is one of endurance, strength, and timeless engineering. But while America ruled the Pacific skies, a new titan was taking shape in China, one that would bring seaplane design back to life in the modern age. Number 7 emerges from China's engineering revolution, a modern giant known as the AVIC AG-600 Kunlong. Measuring 121 feet long, with a wingspan of 127 feet, it is the largest active amphibious aircraft on Earth. With a takeoff weight of 118,000 pounds and a cost of around $80 million, it was built to patrol, rescue, and fight fires across the South China Sea. Powered by 4 turboprop engines, the Kunlong can scoop 12 tons of water in just 20 seconds and cover more than 2,700 miles without refueling. It can operate on waves over 6 feet high, landing where no runway exists. The AG-600 marks China's return to dominance in large amphibious aviation, serving both military and civilian missions. Its arrival signals a new age of maritime strength and aerial reach. But decades before this modern marvel, Germany built a legend that stunned the world with 12 engines and ambition unmatched. Number 6 is born from Germany's roaring 1,920 seconds, an era of ambition and elegance embodied in the Dornier DWX. Measuring 131 feet in length, with a wingspan of 156 feet, it stood as the largest aircraft of its time, a floating palace of engineering pride. Powered by 12 engines mounted above its wings, it carried 66 passengers in comfort that rivaled ocean liners. Weighing 123,460 pounds at takeoff, and built for $800,000 in 1929, it was both a technical marvel and a global sensation. Its transatlantic flight from Germany to New York in 1931 proved that even oceans could be conquered by wings. Though too expensive for mass production, it forever changed aviation's vision of scale. The DWX wasn't just a plane, it was a symbol of human daring. But in the fires of World War II, another German colossus would rise, one that dwarfed even the DWX in power and presence. Number 5 thunders out of wartime Germany, the monstrous Blohm & Voss Bv-238, the heaviest Axis aircraft ever constructed. At 142 feet long, with a 197-foot wingspan and a towering 51-foot height, it was designed for long-range patrols, transport, and reconnaissance. This steel and aluminum beast weighed 257,941 pounds at maximum takeoff and cost roughly $5 million to build in 1944. Powered by 6 Daimler-Benz DB603 engines, it could lift unprecedented payloads across continents. Though only one prototype was completed, Allied bombers destroyed it before it could reach its full potential. Yet even in its short life, the Bv-238 proved what German engineering could achieve under pressure. It remains an icon of aerial gigantism and ambition never realized. But while Germany's Sky Titan fell to war, France would soon lift its own marvel into the air, a symbol of post-war rebirth and luxury. Number 4 soars from the skies of France, a post-war marvel that blended elegance and scale, the WWII 631. Measuring 142 feet in length, with a wingspan of 188 feet and a height of 33 feet, it was Europe's largest flying boat ever built. With a maximum takeoff weight of 157,300 pounds and a cost of $1 million in 1948, it was powered by 6 engines that gave it endurance across continents. It carried 46 passengers in comfort on transatlantic routes operated by Air France, symbolizing post-war luxury and national pride. Its long, slender hull and high-mounted wings made it both graceful and commanding on open water. Despite mechanical issues and tragic crashes, it stood as the last great French flying boat before the jet age arrived. It marked the end of an era when flight and the sea were one. But as France looked to peace, the Soviet Union prepared a jet-powered Leviathan that would dominate Cold War skies. Number 3 was the Soviet Union's answer to the oceans, the Beriev A-40 Albatross. At 143 feet long with a 139-foot span and 37-foot height, it weighed 150,000 pounds and cost $40 million in 1990. Built for anti-submarine warfare, search and rescue, and reconnaissance, it used 2 Soloviev D-30KP turbofans plus auxiliary jets for lift. Armed with radar, sonar buoys, and torpedoes, it set 12 world records for speed and altitude. Only a few prototypes flew, yet it remains the largest jet seaplane ever built. Soon, Britain would trade military might for airborne luxury on a scale the world had never seen. Number 2 glides from Britain's shores, the Saunders Roe Princess, a flying palace of the skies. At 147 feet long, with a 219-foot wingspan and 55-foot height, it weighed 345,000 pounds and cost $7 million in 1952. 10 Bristol Proteus turboprops, drove 6 propellers, and carried 100 passengers across the Atlantic in pressurized luxury. Its massive hull and refined shape were decades ahead of their time, but jetliners made it obsolete before service began. The Princess was royalty without a throne. Yet America had built a giant so vast that even royalty looked small beside it. Number 1 rules the record books the American Hughes H-4 Hercules, better known as the Spruce Goose. At 218 feet long with a 320-foot wingspan and 79-foot height, it weighed 400,000 pounds and cost $23 million in 1947. Made mostly of wood to save metal, its 8 Pratt & Whitney R4000 360 engines generated 24,000 horsepower. Designed for transatlantic troop transport, it flew only once for 1 minute, but proved that even wood could defy gravity. The H-4 remains the largest aircraft ever built and a symbol of audacious genius. Its brief flight still echoes as aviation's greatest miracle. The ocean and the sky have always been rivals, and these giants dared to master both. Subscribe for more incredible military and aviation stories, and don't forget to like, share, and comment which of these seaplanes amazed you the most.